on, will you let us know who invited you in the chat? So we're going to use the chat quite often tonight. I love kind of the interaction and just questions and chatting back and forth. So in the chat, let us know who invited you. And I'm excited. It's going to be a fun night. We've got about 30 minutes of testimonies and sharing our heart with you guys. Erin is on here, Erin Hale, and I've not heard her testimony at all. So this is our first time getting to hear from her, but this is a special call, you guys. This is a call for stay-at-home and homeschool moms. They should get a huge award, like Alyssa Pye is new to homeschooling and she is, it's fun, right? I had somebody share today, they were working from home and she said, those of you who are at home with your kids, oh my gosh, props to you. Like she's one that goes to work every day. And so this is a special group and we're excited. We're excited to share. So those of you who don't know me, again, please let us know in the chat who invited you. Those of you who don't know me, I am from Southwest Arkansas, and I have been using the Plexus supplements for about 6 years now, going on. It's about 5.5, almost 6 years. It's crazy to think about that. Crazy to think how long it's been. But honestly, you guys, I was that mom that was tired of being tired. I struggled really bad with anxiety and depression. I struggled really bad with candida overgrowth. Just a lot of things that I thought was normal. I thought were normal as a mom, no motivation, low libido, all these things that when you get with your friends, you're like, oh, I'm tired. I'm tired too. Like, I feel like crap. Oh, I do too. Like, it's just a normal conversation, that you have. And so I thought it was normal to have all of these things and enter Plexus. And holy moly. Okay. So I was super skeptical. I told my cousin no 6 times before I finally ordered. And I had a big wall up because in my basically line of work, I owned a boutique and I was a photographer at the time. And I had a lot of influence. I had a lot of people that asked me to sell their product and asked me to join their team. And yeah, Erin, I used to roll my eyes at the pink drink selfies. Girl, that was me. Like when Brittany would post one, I was like, ha, that's hilarious. Like I was the one that made fun of them, And so for me, I was very skeptical and I started just kind of researching the gut health world and which now 5 years later, like gut health is huge and everybody's talking about gut health and doctors are talking about how gut health is linked to ADHD and, so many things. And so, I started researching it and just realizing that it had a lot to do with my energy. It had a lot to do with my mood. I was snapping at my husband. I was snapping at my kids. I was just that mom that struggled with being in the moment. Like I didn't want to be in the moment because I wanted to go to bed. And I didn't want to be in the moment because I wanted to like bite my kids' heads off, like that was the mom that I was. And I struggled with motivation. I struggled with having a community that prayed over me. Like I had always wanted that. I had always wanted, a group of people that we could cheer for each other. And so I had longed for that. I had seen a lot of moms on Instagram talk about, their fitness groups and how they felt so good and all of these things. And so I had longed for that. And Enter Plexus, within a week of using the supplements, I used the Pink Drink Probiotic and BioCleanse when I first started, which is our triplex combo. It's our detox gut health combo. It's the one that we recommend for everybody because it balances everything out. I started that, and within 7 days, my husband noticed a difference. My husband looked at me and said, "What is wrong with you?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You're just happy. Like, you're not snapping at me. You're not, like when I come home from work, like you're happy, you're cooking dinner, you're like motivated to clean the house. What's wrong with you?" Well, what he didn't know was that I ordered these Plexus supplements and I did not tell him because us moms and wives, it's almost like guilty for taking care of yourself, like you feel guilty for buying something for yourself. You feel guilty for, especially saying yes to supplements that what if they didn't work? And then your husband was going to be like, "See, why'd you buy those?" Like I was terrified of that. So I told him, "Okay, I bought some supplements and I don't want you to be mad." But he said, "Oh no, I'm not mad. Like whatever you're doing is working. Keep doing it. How much is it?" And I said, "Oh, it was like $100." And he was like, "Whoa, for a month?" And I was like, yeah. And he said, okay, well, here's the thing. And what people don't realize, and people that have heard my story probably know, but we were living paycheck to paycheck. We were on, and I did photography. I had my boutique, but like we couldn't do any more than what we were doing. We weren't struggling, but we like couldn't go on the family vacations, and we had to save up for months at a time to go on the family vacation. And so $100 a month for supplements was a lot, for us. And so I was determined. I was like, these supplements are working. They're amazing. I love them. I want to continue to take them. There was so many positive things that came from within the first 10 days of using them that I was like, I'm going to continue these, like whatever I have to do. And so when Brittany informed me that I could share with a couple people, get my products paid for, I was all in. I was so excited because I could take these supplements for free and I could help my mom get healthy. I could help my best friend get healthy. My mom struggled with menopausal depression. And so I got to help her with that. And like all of these things. I have not had to pay for supplements in almost 6 years. I paid for my supplements my first month, and I have not had to pay for my supplements since. Okay. It's been a journey of confidence, of growth, of dreaming. I remember being that mom that sat and thought, is this as good as it's going to get? Am I always going to feel this way? Am I ever going to get the most out of life? Are we always going to live like barely making ends meet? Are we ever going to be able to do more? Am I ever going to give back to my church? Am I ever going to be able to do big things? And this was that opportunity and that outlet to do that. And I remember as a mom, you think about your kids and their life and their future, and you think about, those of you homeschooling, and you think about all the things you want to do. You want to travel, you want to do all these things. And then you're like, but we can't, like financially we can't. And so when I saw this compensation plan, and when I started diving into sharing with my friends and family and earning that paycheck, and just started even making $500 a month, $400 a month, and seeing that in the first couple months of sharing, I was like, wow, like this is so cool. And so ranking up to Sapphire rank, which is the jewel rank in the company, we average 6 figures a year. We have, I have a Plexus Lexus that they pay for. It's white. You can go follow me on social media and see all the fun things. I post about it all the time. We go on all these fun trips. We went to Mexico last September. We're going to Hawaii this September. And so this is so cool because not only are these supplements giving us energy and helping us feel good and balancing our moods and helping us be that mama that we want to be, we're getting to do so much more. We're getting to give back. We're getting to travel. We're getting to do things with our kids and our family and our husband. I mean, I got to take Alan to Mexico last year. I get to take him to Hawaii this year. He's not so excited about the plane ride, but we're going to work. We're going to make it. Okay. But it's exciting. And this is something that I wake up and I feel like I have a purpose. I get to help people. I get to help other mamas, and y'all are going to get to hear from Alyssa and Aaron and Brittany and their stories. And they're very similar. They were tired of being tired and they wanted more out of life. And this is such a cool opportunity to introduce that. So I am going to turn it over to Alyssa. Wait, is it Aaron or Alyssa? I don't remember. I'm going to turn it over to Alyssa. Okay. She is a sweet friend of mine, literally a heart of gold, her spiritual growth, just her as a mom. I got to meet her years ago when she had a sweet little baby in her belly, and I took her pictures, and I was in the room when her baby was born and took all those pictures. And it's just been such an incredible journey watching her and just how the Lord is just completely changing her life through this opportunity and through this community. So Alyssa, take it away, sis.
Okay. Well, I'm Alyssa. Yes, I started Plexus. So Marissa was in my life before I had my baby, and then she was taking pictures of my baby as she grew. And when she was 6 months old, I went to a photo shoot with her, and she had a lot of energy and I did not. And I was like, what is happening with you? Because I have a 6-month-old baby who breastfeeds around the clock. She doesn't take a bottle. I am exhausted. And she's just like, bippity boppity, let's do this over here, let's do that. And she's talking 90 to nothing. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, girl, you gotta have this pink drink. I don't know what the pink drink is, but just give it to me. I'll take whatever it is that you have. So she gets me started on triplex, and I didn't even know the problems I had. Like, I just thought I was tired. And I just thought, again, like Marissa said, that I was just a regular mom. I was a new mom, and that's how life was. Um, but one thing I didn't know, I'm a nurse also, so there's no such thing as TMI with me. So we're about to get real personal. Um, I didn't know that you're supposed to go to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day. Like, that's normal. That's how you're supposed to. That's how God made you to work. And I was going to the bathroom maybe once a week. And at that, it was difficult. And I didn't know that was I didn't even know that was a problem as a nurse. We didn't talk about gut health in nursing school. They don't teach you about preventative things. It's always about fixing it afterwards. Yes, Brittany, awful. And so I started the triplex, and about 3 weeks into that, I started going to the bathroom really regular. And no kidding, pooping 3 times a day is what changed it for me. Okay. That's what changed it, because all of the toxins that you take in, even if you're trying to eat healthy, we don't eat out of the gardens like, our grandparents did. And we don't get all the exercise because we have office jobs, and we're not drinking water around the clock because we have so many other options. And so all those toxins are just sitting in your gut. And when you clean those out, your body just thrives. And so that's what was happening for me. When I finally started going to the bathroom and getting rid of all of that, I tell them all the time, it's just like this fog that I didn't know I was under just lifted off of me. And I could see, literally see the world clearly. It was just like I had energy, and I was staying up later, but I was still getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to my job in the OR and breastfeeding my baby all night long. So that was just a big turnaround for me, was getting my gut in line and going to the bathroom regularly. That was the life changer for me. And since then, I've been here almost as long as Marissa has, so almost 6 years. And so as we put out new products, I probably take almost every product now. I'm sleeping so well because of some of the new products they put out, and just energy level with 2 kids. And now I'm homeschooling. This is our 3rd week homeschooling. We're making it. We're doing it. I said before that I was a nurse. And I most recently was working at a school that my kids went to. And that was good. I was like, this is a perfect job for a mom and a nurse combined, because I'm at the school, we're on the same schedule. And it was really good, except for I decided to start school nursing a month before COVID hit and shut the world down. And then I got to deal with all that. So I truly think that God put me there for that season, just to kind of get the COVID train going. And then I got to hand that off, because I got to come home and be a full-time stay-at-home mom and homeschool my kids, which I never in a million years would have dreamed that I could have tolerated, and B, that I would want to do that. Like, when you think about your kids and you think about, oh, we're in this school district and this is where they'll grow up, and these are the teachers they'll have, and I'll see them graduate from this school. I'm just here to tell you, if you make plans, God's going to change them around. He's not going to go with what you have scheduled out for your life. But it has just been the biggest blessing. And I just had the confidence, to come home, because I know the potential with Plexus. And I know when you have the time to sit down and dedicate to this business, it's going to pay you back 12 times over. Just the compensation plan and the leadership that we have in this business, I've never seen anything like it where the company just pours back into their ambassadors. I've never worked for a company where they actually cared as much as Plexus cares about their people and listens to their people. So that just gives me full confidence that I can take this wherever I want to. And literally, there's no cap, there's no limit. If we want to homeschool and travel, then me and God can make that happen through Plexus. And I just it's crazy to sit and think about. As a nurse, I had my bachelor's and I was an RN, and any job I could have gone to as a nurse, I would have never had like the endless income opportunity that I have with Plexus. No matter if I went to the top of an RN pay grade, I mean, I could have been an administrator of a hospital and I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I have with Plexus. So that's just really mind blowing. If you can't wrap your head around it, don't worry, because I still can't, but I just know it's possible. I see my friends here doing it. So Plexus is changing my health and my family's life. And I'm just so thankful for it. So thankful to be here. Erin, aren't you a homeschool mom too?
I am.
So I'm ready to hear from you.
I am. Thank you. I'm really excited to be on here because I haven't been on this call before to share my story. So I'm excited to share that tonight. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, Nashville. I'm actually a Nashville native. There's not many of us left, so take a picture if you want. Just kidding. So a little over a year ago, I was living my life as a new homeschool mom from the couch. My oldest went to public school for kindergarten and first grade, and then, everyone went virtual at the end of that school year. So I was like, maybe we'll homeschool. Give it a shot. I used to be a teacher, so I was like, I've got this, right? And then I, like Marissa and Alyssa have already shared, I was exhausted. I was like stressed out, overwhelmed every day. I was surviving on, no joke, a pot of coffee, an entire pot of coffee every day that I would just go and refill and reheat all day long, which didn't do a whole lot because by 5 o'clock every evening, I was passed out on the couch because I was just exhausted in every way, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. So I was exhausted. And then not only that, my wedding ring, this beautiful wedding ring, it was living in a sock drawer because the swelling and the pain that I woke up with every single day in my hands was preventing me from wearing it. And it was not just keeping me from wearing my wedding ring, but it was keeping me from just like daily life functions that most people don't struggle through. I'm talking like holding my toothbrush to brush my teeth in the mornings was excruciating. Brushing my hair, blow drying my hair, like forget it. I wore my hair naturally curly all the time because it was that difficult for me to just get ready every day. And then, like chopping vegetables, making dinner, like things like that most people just do with so much ease. I couldn't without having to stop and take breaks, and my hands just ached so bad. And so I had been using Plexus for about 6 months. I just had like my 2-year Plexiversary, and I just started for the collagen. I was like Marissa, I was like super skeptical. I used to roll my eyes at those pink drink selfies. I'm like, ugh, if I see one more friend talk about that stupid pink drink on my Facebook, I'm deleting them. I swear. And so I'd made a new friend at church, knew she was like selling some Plexus. I was actually with a totally different network marketing company at the time. And so she talked about this new collagen that had just come out. And I was like, maybe we can do like a, I buy from you, you buy from me kind of thing. Like, hey, I'll try your new collagen. I'll sell you some oils, right? Which we totally did. But
just trying that collagen out led me to, start trying a few other things. Tried active next. I was super inconsistent with the pink drink. But I really liked the active and I was trying to like get healthier. Um, and I was working out. So I like really liked the active. I knew like when my friend and I had the conversation about the collagen, she was telling me about the gut health, and I was like, yeah, I know, like, I know my body's all out of whack. I know my gut's out of whack. Like, I have celiac, like, I know, right? Like, I've tried the Candida diet, I've tried the AIP protocol diet, like, I've tried them all. Nothing's worked. So I was like, maybe I'll give that stuff a try later. So, I guess it was last year, not 2021, 2020, October 2020, I was like, okay, I guess it's time to try like this gut health stuff. My daughter, my youngest daughter, I was still nursing her at the time. And so, but it was like, she was a toddler by then. So it was just a little bit. And I was like, okay, like I don't have to worry about, any like crazy detoxing, like while I'm nursing, right? Because at the time I was like super hyper aware of all of that. And so I started trying the gut health products. I started using the triplex consistently and ease. And after probably 2 weeks, I started noticing like the crazy energy levels, like shooting up, like my mood was improving, that kind of thing. But within the first 2 months of using triplex and ease, one day I woke up and for the first time in about 5 years, my knees didn't hurt. I literally fell to my knees right there, like in tears, because I could not believe, like, y'all, I thought that dealing with the constant chronic pain was just the way my life was going to be for the rest of my life. And I thought from here on out, it's only going to get worse. And now almost completely gone, like almost completely gone. And I can obviously wear my wedding ring now, which I mean, extra perk. But I just remember telling my husband, like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Like, I need to tell other people about this. So I reached out to my friend who introduced me to Plexus, and I was like, okay, like, I need to tell some people about this because this is life changing. I didn't think this is life changing, but it is. And she's like, great, like maybe you should, go on your Facebook and share about that. So I did. And I had several friends who wanted to try it. And within like a week after I got my first paycheck, I was like, holy cow, are you kidding me? I will never forget when I told my husband how much I made with my first paycheck from Plexus. We were sitting in the car. We were on our way to look at Christmas lights, like driving around my sister-in-law's neighborhood to look at Christmas lights. We were sitting at a red light. And I told him, I was like, you are never going to believe how much I just got from Plexus. And I told him, and he looks at me dead in the face. My husband is like Mr. like analytical, like he's super creative. He's a graphic designer, but he's super like analytical, like, you know, likes to, let's just think about it, right? He is exact opposite for me. Turns to me and says, dead serious, I think you should sell Plexus. And I was like, I think so too. So so now here I am selling Plexus to my friends, like sharing with them about Plexus. And it's not, I don't feel like I'm selling anything, right? Because I'm just telling my friends about something that's changed my life, just like I would do a restaurant that I really loved or a book that I read that I liked that they should also read, right? It's makes it fun and easy because I get to talk with my friends, which I love doing, and I get to help see them have similar transformations that I have had. And so not only has Plexus brought me that, but um, I had prayed for probably like 3 years when I was with my previous network marketing company for God to send me a community or to help me build one. And he did, not in any way that I thought it would happen, but I now, when I was ending 2021 and thinking about all the amazing things that had happened over the year, like it brought me to tears because I was reminded like how impactful it has been to be a part of this company, not just because the products are amazing and have changed my life, and not just because like, yeah, having an extra $500 a month is fantastic, right? But I made lifelong friends. I have made some of the deepest friendships that I probably have ever had in my life already. And I've never been a part of a community that's like this, where everybody just lifts each other up and is encouraging and um, like believes in me and pushes me to just become the best version of myself. So that that is my story of how Plexus has changed my life in a year. And so I can't wait to see like from here on out, like it's just gonna keep getting right.
Aaron, I
So
love that. I
yeah,
love that you say though that you prayed for a community because there's probably a lot of homeschool moms that feel that way with the, being so attentive with your kids and not having that adult time and that community that is so encouraging. I love that you share that. You just never know what people are struggling with. Like
yeah,
people are going to bed at night not knowing how they're going to pay their bills the next day. People are going to bed at night wishing they had friends that pray over them. I mean, they're going to bed at night wishing that they could, grab an energy drink as soon as they wake up in the morning or coffee. I mean, you just never know what people are going through. So I love,
for
I
sure.
love, love, love that you shared that. Thank you so much. Hey,
Thank
Erin, what is
you.
your Instagram? What's your Instagram
Oh,
handle?
I'll type it in the chat, but it's flourishing.well.
Okay. Okay.
Type it in the
Yeah.
chat.
Alyssa and Erin both are going to share their Instagram handle in the chat, and you guys can follow them and kind of go alongside their journey and cheer them on. We're everybody's hype girl and hype squad. So yeah, go follow them. All right, Britt, take it away, girl.
All right. Okay, so I'll be really quick because we've got about 8 minutes before we get kicked off. But long story short, my story is very similar to the other 3 girls that shared tonight. I was the tired, exhausted mom thinking that why in the world did I ever want to have kids if this is what life is going to be like? I am exhausted. I needed some extra energy. And so my husband's youth pastor's wife, who is actually on here, Marla, she reached out to me when Brett Brooks was about 1 and was like, hey girl, I know you're a new mom, you probably need the extra energy, probably trying to lose some baby weight. Can I send you this pink drink that I've been using? You'll absolutely love it. So I thought, sure, why not? It was free. I definitely could not afford to pay her anything for it at the time. So I was like, sure, why not? So she sent me a whole week's worth. And y'all, I have to tell you, this was set like what, 7 years ago almost, Marla. It was the like original pink drink that was like nothing compared to what we have now. And after day 3, 4, 5, I remember reaching out to Marla saying, what the heck is in this? Like, I'm about to run out and this cannot happen. Like, I've never been a morning person. I have to have, like Erin said, a whole pot of coffee before anyone can talk to me, or I will rip your head off. And I actually woke up on day 5 or 6 like wanting my pink drink and not coffee or an energy drink. And my husband was even like, wow, you're talking to me and you haven't had coffee yet. You're not like biting my head off. Like you're pleasant this morning. And so I ended up reaching out to Marla, asking her what I needed to do to get more of it. I ended up signing up as an ambassador at that time so that I could get the products at the cheapest price. I was couponing. We were living paycheck to paycheck. I did not tell my husband that I ordered. I strongly suggest you do not do that. Did not go over well when he saw it hit the bank account, but 7 years later, he's very thankful that I did do that. But after the first month, I was, like Alyssa was saying, going to the bathroom regularly. I had ended up in the ER, you guys, multiple times for being in so much pain, not being able to go to the bathroom. On our freaking honeymoon, I was keeled over in pain. And my poor husband was like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is horrible, you having to deal with this. So it had helped all of those things. I had lost probably 5, 7, maybe even 10 pounds. And I swear it was literally being able to go to the bathroom. Like, my husband jokes with me still to this day and tells me he always knew I was full of crap. I lost so much inflammation from that. I 3 or 4 months in ended up losing the 30 pounds that I had gained after having Brooks. And my husband was like, okay, I love what the products are doing for you, but we can't afford this every single month. So you need to ask Marla, what is she doing? He knew that Marla couldn't afford the products either, being a pastor's wife and that sort of thing too. So I did what everybody else on the call has shared so far tonight, started sharing with my friends and family. I immediately reached out to Marissa. I knew she would need the products. I knew my entire family struggled with going to the bathroom, had low energy, all of that sort of thing. And so I reached out to all of them, got all of them on board. And before I knew it, really the first month that I started sharing, I ended up making enough on my paycheck to pay for my products as well as my husband's. The whole time I was taking my products, 3 or 4 months before he decided to start taking them, he was like, I'll try it. Go ahead and order whatever it is you're taking and I will do it. But we can only do this because it's covered. We're not having to pay for it. And he ended up loving the products and he fell in love with the products as well. So I, at the time, was a executive assistant. I was an executive assistant for about 12 years. And having Brooks he was actually we were dropping him off every day at a nanny. We had found a nanny here about 5 minutes from our house. And I literally bawled my eyes out the first time I had to take him and drop him off at 8 weeks old to go to work. I hated it. I always said, no, I will not be a stay-at-home mom. I have to be around people. That is not for me. Kudos to you for wanting to do that. But that was never going to be my thing until it became my thing. I hated dropping him off. And so that kind of lit a fire under me, seeing the potential that the company and the compensation plan had for me to be able to come home. And so we ended up probably, what has it been, Marissa, 3 years now? I actually was able to leave my full-time job and come home and do Plexus full time and devote more time to my business and helping my team. And we knew we wanted to have more kids eventually. Well, COVID obviously hit. I got pregnant, had a baby during COVID, and y'all, this go around, granted Brett turns 2 in March, but this time I have not had to pay someone else to raise my kid. I have not had to take him to daycare. I get to raise him. I get to have a say in what he does and doesn't do during the day. I'm there for every single first. I missed Brooks' first steps. I missed his first words. Like, I missed the first time he ate solid foods. Like, I missed everything, all of the first with him. And I have not had to miss any of that with Brett. And if you know me, you know I am not an emotional person, but when you talk about my kids and missing out on stuff like that, that's a big deal for us moms. Ugh. Marissa, you know this isn't me. So if you guys are in that same boat. I know you're a lot of homeschool moms on here. I want you guys to know this community is amazing. The compensation plan is amazing. If you have any questions about providing an extra income while you're at home teaching your babies, let us know. We are here to help you. These products will change your life. But more importantly, like, if I never made another dollar from this company, I will never stop the products and I will stick around for the community. All of these girls, we've got how many people? Like almost 1,000 people on our team now, Marissa. And like literally, we are all best friends. We're all sisters. So that was my story really quick. Sorry.
Yeah, I love it. No,
I was
love
not
it.
expecting to get emotional.
Yeah, but Britt, that shows your heart. And those of you who don't know her, she's not an emotional person. But this, when you think about this opportunity, and Alyssa said earlier, you can't wrap your head around it. When you think about, I'm a Sapphire right now. We average about $10,000 to $12,000 a month. Something that when I started this journey, I remember thinking like Alyssa, like I can't even wrap my head around it. And there are days that me and my husband still can't wrap our head around it because we're getting to build our dream home. We bought land. We're supposed to pour footers next week if it would freaking warm up. We're so ready. But it's just incredible. This opportunity, these supplements are amazing. So Tiffany, you are our winner. Tiffany Wiggs is our winner of our gift card tonight. So get with me, send me your email. You guys, please reach out to the person that invited you. We have something for everybody. We have samples. We've got a 3-day challenge box for $20. We've got combos on sale through the end of the month for super cheap. So please get with the person that invited you, ask questions. And if y'all need me or have any questions, let us know. Bye, guys.